As a diehard Titans fan, I can't take this anymore, which is exactly why I'm stepping in to fix Will Levis and save his NFL career. Let's put him through training camp first. Gotta set the standard here, William. Anything less than gold is unacceptable. Bullseye in the first throw, that's what I'm talking about. 2 bullseyes in a row, that's always solid. Bullseye again, we're on a good track here. Already got bronze with 40 seconds left to go. Why'd that ball just float into outer space? Bullseye again, we're on silver already. 20 seconds to get gold, let's roll. Gotta show here that we can be clutch, Will. 10 seconds to go. We got gold, let's go. Oh my god, dude, that drill is so stressful. This is exactly the start that William needed. I mean, at least this is a step in the right direction. He's no longer an idiot. Now, I'm gonna do everything in my power to improve this offense around Will so he has no excuses. Have got to get an offensive lineman first after they gave up 8 sacks on Sunday. Nicholas is just not cutting it. But which right tackle do we actually go after? Like, do I go after somebody young and just hope they progress throughout the years? Like, is Troy the guy? Maybe Armarius Mims, since he's a backup, would be a little bit easier to trade for. Like, maybe that's the move. I don't have to trade away any of my first round picks yet. Just curious though, what would a second rounder look like? Well, judging by this nonsense, maybe Mims isn't the man for my vision. Hold on a second. I got a brilliant idea. I completely forgot about David Bakhtiari. Oh my gosh, dude, we could just sign him out of free agency. He would be a massive pickup. Look at that dude, already so much better. I didn't have to use one of my draft picks. But we still have so much more work to put in if we want any chance at actually fixing Will Levis. Now, if we can't win either an MVP or Super Bowl with Will by the time his rookie contract expires, I gotta give his jersey away to a subscriber. And he was a second round pick, which means no 5th-year option, so we only have 2 more years to save his career. I need all the luck I can get. Now, I probably want to add at least 1 more star receiver if possible. We definitely have to upgrade at least overall wise at the tight end position. Need a better guard, and honestly, I kind of want to upgrade from Tony Pollard. And it's all about the offense today. I could care less about this defense. Like, even if I have to trade away like a Jeffrey Simmons to add a superstar on offense, I'll do it. It's all for what's in the best interest for William. What's in the best interest for me is taking this freaking jersey off because it stinks so bad. I haven't washed it since I went to the game. Now, before I attempt another trade to improve the offense, let me see if there's any more free agents that can help us out. Do I actually do it? Like, do I sign Kadarius Toney? Why not at this point? He's a star, mythically. I'm going to use all the exploits possible today, so I might sign Micah Hyde literally just to trade him a little bit down the line. And screw it, dude. Maybe the same exact thing with Kareem Hunt. And screw it, dude. What am I talking about? Let's go ahead and sign Michael Thomas, too. I told you guys, I'm going to do whatever it takes to fix this man. So I think right guard is where we need to try and upgrade next. And I badly, one way or another, want to acquire Quinn here because he's got a nice belly. I don't know what exactly it's going to take. Like, by chance, are they interested in Kadarius Toney? Just going to submit it into the universe, and that got it to about 4th of the way to being accepted. They also want a middle linebacker, and we got multiple that we could trade away, like maybe Jack Gibbons here. How close is this to being accepted? I don't even think that budged. What about Kenneth Murray instead? I didn't budge either. Now, they do want a tight end, and we do have Chig. He's only a 73 overall, so 100% would be willing to trade him away. And that didn't really do anything. What if we took out Dylan, then we went in and put in one of the middle linebackers? Throwing in Jack, really, that's like not doing anything. So maybe from here is where we start to throw in some draft picks, maybe a next year's second rounder. Think this has potential. Now, what if I took out Dylan Raduns and then I threw in Micah Hyde? Micah Hyde is technically a superstar, so maybe, just maybe, this could be accepted. And it's yellow at least. I really want this deal to be accepted without having to trade away with my first round picks. So maybe we try a future 3rd rounder. It's in the green. What if we take out Jack Gibbons and throw in one of those running backs? Like maybe Kareem Hunt. Is this any closer? I think it is actually a little bit. But maybe what I can do is actually throw in a 2nd round draft pick from this season, and maybe this would be enough? No. But maybe, just maybe now, a 3rd rounder from 2027 will seal the deal. Come on, dude. I just want the big belly guy. All right, how about a 5th from 2026? Please, that's ridiculous. So a 4th rounder is enough, surely. Thank you. I mean, it took a lot, don't get me wrong, but I'm already feeling so much better about the state of this offensive line. And Quinn's already so happy to be Will Levis's teammate that he already got himself a skill point upgrade. Big dubs. The O-line is okay for now, and I think I want to move on to trying to give Will Levis, a talented tight end to throw to. I mean, I like Chick personally, but a 73 overall is just not gonna cut it. What about a guy like Pat Fryermuth? Like, he's only 25, so he's gonna progress over the years. I really don't think he'd break the bank either. Like, that's already pretty close to being accepted. The Steelers do need a wide receiver. We have a few that I would trade away, like Michael Thomas, who we just signed. Michael Thomas for Pat, straight up, and it's about halfway to being accepted. And also, why he has a little bit of value, dude, Treylon Burks, I don't mind trading him away. Like, he's done nothing for us on offense. So if he can get us a quality tight end, I will take it. And have barely budged. Need a quarterback. Maybe they'll take Mason Rudolph back. Maybe our backup center. How close is this to being accepted? It's more than halfway, but there's still work to do. What if we threw in a 4th round pick from this season? It's in the yellow now, but unfortunately, I think it is going to take a 3rd rounder from a future year, and the only 3rd rounder we have right now is from 2026. Maybe, just maybe, this will be accepted. It's not, but we're getting there. God, it's just too many picks. I didn't want to have to trade away this much, but if I have to, I have to. We're throwing a 4th round pick from this year as well. Dude, that's ridiculous. But now, something as simple as like a 7th round pick from 2027 should be enough to bring in our brand new starting tight end. Now Will has both Pat and Chig to throw to. I mean, we've got the offense up to an 85 overall, but we need better than that. Now, the big question I do have is whether or not I go ahead and trade away DeAndre Hopkins, because his overall is going to start to go down ASAP. So maybe I trade him away and get a younger receiver who will get better over time. Like, I have zero idea whether or not this is possible, but I'm gonna try. What about like a Jalen Waddle type? I mean, I don't know if this will be close, but I'm just gonna test the waters a little bit, and oh my god, Jalen Waddle is about to be a Tennessee Titan, and just gotta figure out the right puzzle pieces to throw in here so we don't have to use another draft pick. Still want to get rid of Jack Gibbons. Like, maybe he's enough. Got a little bit closer. So can I actually have this deal go through without having to trade away a draft pick? Nicholas Petit-Frere, brother, I do not want you on my team no longer. And the Dolphins don't want him either. Maybe they want another middle linebacker? No, I don't know what to do here. I am probably gonna have to trade away a late future pick, but I think it is 100, just kidding. But I think it is 100% gonna be worth it. That's just stupid. Like, what even is that? Like, there's no space there. I should be able to throw in a pickle and we should be good. Jalen Waddle is now a Tennessee Titan. It might have hurt the offenses overall just a little bit, but we take this, especially considering he's only 25 and he's got 5 years left on his contract. Now, I still do want to add at least one more solid receiver, but I do also want to see if we can upgrade the center position. I know we just signed Lloyd Cushenberry, but he's not going to improve much, and I feel like we could do better here. Again, ideally, a young center who's still on a rookie contract that hopefully will progress throughout the years. But who's the man for the job here? What are the odds we could sign Tyler Lindenbaum? He's one of the best centers in the entire league. I think it would at least be worth a shot. They need wide receiver. Maybe they'd be the ones to take Treylon Burks off my hands. Just curious to see if this is like halfway to being accepted, and it's not. Another player I'm willing to trade away is Jamal Adams. He's definitely not a long-term player for us. He's a high 84 rated, so let's see how much this improves the trade. I don't even think it moved. Now, Tyler Lindenbaum is a guy I'd be willing to trade away a 2nd round pick for, so let's see how realistic this is, and it's barely halfway. So maybe we have to move on to different options here. Like, it doesn't have to be a young player. It's just gotta be a player I know that can improve the team. And one guy I'm kind of looking at here is Eric McCoy. He's an 87 rated. He's only 27, so he's still gonna get a little bit better with time. So let's try this. About the same, dude. But from here, if we did throw in a 2nd round pick, is this enough? No. But what if we took out Treylon Burks this time and then threw in Jamal Adams? Because they do need a strong safety. Oh, so they're interested in Jamal Adams. So what if I actually took out the 2nd round pick? I'm so glad I did, because I feel like we can get this done without it. Now, what if I threw in Burks, because their number 1 needs receiver? Please, I'm begging. It's green at least. How about Tyler Boyd instead with his 79 overall? Got a little bit closer. Now from here, maybe like a 4th round pick from 2026, and then maybe a 5th from 2027 is enough. That's too close, dude. What if I threw in my 5th from 2025? Please, Dear God, thank you. That right there, my friends, has got to be a top 5 unit in the league. Now, before we try to add another stud receiver, I kind of want to see if I can get like a 90+ rated running back, because that would take the pressure off of William, because Tony Pollard definitely isn't a long-term replacement, but who would even make sense to upgrade to? Imagine we could actually land Jonathan Taylor. That would be hilarious. I mean, it's relatively close. Like, another player I was kind of looking at was Isaiah Pacheco. Like, I want to see if this is any closer. About the same. Let's see if I can add somebody at least a little bit better. Like, what about Saquon Barkley? I just want to test the water, see how far off this one is, and it's probably not worth it. Now, what are the odds we could actually sign Bijan? Like, I know it's Bijan, but he's lower rated than Tony. Like, I wonder if we could, like, get something else out of this deal. Like, can we trade for Drake London at the same time? No. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Ooh, what about Kenneth Walker? He's like 2 overall higher than Tony Pollard. He's a superstar, only 23. Test the waters a little bit. It's a little bit lower than the Jonathan Taylor trade. Now, what about Joe Mixon? He's a little bit older, but much higher overall. He will start to regress in like a year or two. Not worth it. So I really do think I'm going to go after either Isaiah Pacheco or Jonathan Taylor, and I think I'm actually going to go after Isaiah Pacheco because he's still on his rookie contract. Now, I don't know, though, if there's anybody I'm actually willing to trade away. Like, maybe Dylan Raduns is a guy that can be a little bit of value. It's still yellow. Or do I just go ahead and trade away Chit? Well, at least send the deal into the green. No. Honestly, kind of lost in how to pull this out right now. Like, I don't want to have to trade away a second, but I might have to. A 2027 second. But the odds will give me Xavier Worthy. Not very high. About Rashee Rice. About the same. So let's try this. Tony Pollard in a future second for Isaiah Pacheco in a future third. Is this enough? No, but it is in the green. So what if instead we made that a future 4th round pick? I mean, we take it, still green. What if we made it a future 5th? It's still not even budging, dude. Let's just take the pick out and just try it straight up. Oh, this is breaking my brain, dude. Like, what do I do? Let's throw in Raduns again. Maybe one of our young backup middle linebackers. That's just ridiculous, man. With one more small pick, though, we should be good. Like a 6th rounder from 2025. Is that enough? Thank you. I know that deal doesn't look like it's going to improve the team too much off the get-go, but trust me, if we don't complete the challenge in year 1, Pacheco is going to be huge moving forward. Now, I think it's time that we go and try and land some superstar wide receiver. So we still do have 3 first-round picks and a second to use. I do want to be articulate about this, though. I don't want to be wasteful. And I say that, like, just out of pure curiosity, I want to see how hard it would be to get a guy like CeeDee Lamb. Like, is the 7th overall projected pick enough to even get the Cowboys thinking about it? No. Gotta set our sights a little bit lower than that. What about bringing A.J. Brown back? That would be hilarious. Don't think that's possible either. What about a Zay Flowers type? I mean, I would love to add him to the receiver core, but I feel like we can get some else if we're trading away our 1st round pick. Didn't really realize their guards were that bad. Like, maybe we do end up getting Tyler Lindenbaum. Let's just see. The 7th overall pick for Zay Flowers and Tyler Lindenbaum. Just gonna submit it out there into the universe, and it's halfway to being accepted, which is kind of disappointing. So what if we threw in Treylon Burks? Also, I could throw in Peter Skoronski here, because Tyler Lindenbaum would probably play offensive guard for us, and they are interested in him. So maybe, just maybe, we can make this work here. Barely budged. Gosh dang it, dude. So we will throw Treylon back in there, and I don't even think that made a difference. So I will also try a future 2nd round pick. I just don't know if this is possible, dude. I mean, I'll try one more time. A future 1st round pick added into the deal? Gosh, dude, I just don't think it's gonna work. Like, I'm being stingy right now. What about Garrett Wilson instead? Now, is there an offensive lineman I'd be willing to steal from him? Like, do I try to get Tyron Smith and then convert one of our guys to guard? I mean, I just want to throw this out there into the universe, and it's honest to God so much closer than what I thought. They also need a tight end, so what if we did throw in Chig? That make a difference? I don't think so. Alright, so we'll throw in a 2026 2nd round pick and see if this is enough. Come on, dude. Now, we do have Harold Landry, who I wouldn't mind trading away because he just costs too much for his 80 overall, and they do want him. So what if we took Chig out of the deal and just submitted this? Maybe just take out the 2nd round pick too. See how close this is. Maybe, just maybe, we're gonna find a way to make this be accepted. I will throw in the future 2nd if I can get like a future 3rd in return. It's declined. What if I just took the 3rd round pick out? That's insane. That's crazy. Let me just throw in one of our backup tight ends and also throw in like a low rated backup guard guard. This should be enough. Insanity. Dude, can the Jets, like, just please stop playing around and give me their players? I want to puke. Like, come on, dude. Surely. There is not even space in between the green and the end of the bar. Like, what do we do in New York? Surely. Thank God. This offense looks crazy. And would you look at this, dude? Even though Tyron Smith is a solidified veteran, he's still happy to come to Nashville as he gets himself another skill point upgrade. Now, the problem with Tyron, though, is we're probably going to only have 1 year with him before he retires. We're going to try and make the best of it with the time we have him. That brings our offenses overall up to an 89. But we're still not done yet, though. I still have multiple first-round picks we can use. And also, not to mention, I wouldn't mind going ahead and trade away Peter Skoronski. And fellas, we're about to land ourselves a massive trade here, which we're getting really close to doing so. We settled for this. I know I said I didn't care about the defense so much, but we needed help at outside linebacker. So I basically just went and stole the pass rushers from the Dolphins. But we are still not done. I want to try and use this last first-round pick on potentially a young offensive tackle because one of either Tyron Smith or David Bakhtiari is probably going to retire at the end of the season, so we need somebody for the future. So we're probably not going to be able to trade for like a stud rookie or anything, but we should be able to get somebody that could potentially be good in the future. So I'm talking about we can't get any rookies. And while we're sitting here, dude, we need a new backup quarterback, so why not bring Ryan Tannehill back? Which it could help out Will since he is a mentor. And here it is, dude. Hopefully this deal is worth it. We get 2 young offensive tackles from the Seahawks, plus a starting left end for Donovan Peoples-Jones, Traylon Burks, a 7th and a future first. And with that trade, we don't have a single draft pick from the next 3 years left, which I think we've done a fantastic job of setting this team up for future success, if not this first season. Like, we're up to an 87 overall with an 89 offense and 85 defense. I can't believe we also got to make the defense better too. But the main question is, do we make the team good enough to hopefully either win Will an MVP in the next 3 years or a Super Bowl? Now, I've done literally everything in my power to improve this team up to this point. Now it's Will's turn to go out, ball out, and hope to God prove that I just didn't go and waste all my time. Gonna send him to the midway point of the season. Extremely happy at the fact that we're 5-1 on the season, and we currently have the 1 seed. So things have obviously went extremely well at this point. We have a top 5 offense in the NFL, and defensively, we're number 1. So Will's putting up some decent numbers here. 1,776 yards, 11 touchdowns, but those 7 interceptions are probably too much already for him to win an MVP. Had a little bit of success on the ground this year. Look at Tajay with 25 carries, putting up 4 touchdowns. More interested, though, to see who's doing the good things for us in the receiving room. And to my complete shock, Calvin Ridley's leading us with almost 500 yards. Pat Freiermuth, I told you guys he was going to be a big addition. He literally has the exact same amount of yards as Garrett freaking Wilson. Although he doesn't have the 5 touchdowns Wilson's put up, but kind of disappointed in Jalen Waddle's output. Like, he's supposed to be our wide receiver number 1. Now, gotta see who's doing the good things for us on defense. Jeff Simmons and Jalen Phillips putting up some pretty decent sack numbers. Although, really disappointed here in Bradley Chubb. Making way too much money to only put up 6 tackles and a half a sack on the year. I mean, Will is second in the NFL in passing yards, but he's like way down there in passing touchdowns, though. So I really don't know if the MVP's on the cards for this first season, but hopefully he's progressed a little bit up to this point. He's up to a 75. At least he's happy. He did win Conference Player of the Week in Week 2, and also won in Week 7. And literally the only team to beat us this season is the Packers. Hopefully we can finish the season off strong, just like we started it, and maybe actually get the 1 seed season 1. Give me at least 12 wins this season, and I'll be content. Here we go, dude. The moment of freaking truth. Hold the phone. We went 14-3. How on God's green freaking earth did this happen? Dude, I'm so happy. Gotta see how the heck this happened, though. The only teams we lost to in the second half of the season was the Minnesota Vikings, and we lost last week of the year to the Texans. So we finished with the number 1 offense in the entire NFL, and defensively we fell all the way down to 25th. How did William do, though? He threw for 45 touchdowns. I have to admit, 5,300 yards yards is crazy, but I think those 15 interceptions might be too many for him to not win MVP, which would be nuts because he threw for over 400 more yards than Patrick Mahomes, and he also threw for the second most amount of touchdowns. But then again, like Kirk Cousins threw for 7 interceptions less and 3 more touchdowns, so he might have actually won it. Now, what is Will's overall up to here? He's up to an 80, but he's still just normal development. But this is still massive improvement from where he started. Like, his numbers are so good, dude, but like, I still feel like they're gonna get MVP to either Kirk Cousins or Joe Burrow, who only threw 5 interceptions. How did Will do on the ground, though? He had 8 rushing touchdowns, which might actually help his cause. Gotta mention Pacheco, though, had a really good year with 15 touchdowns, but this actually gives me some hope. Now, oh my God, 4 1,000-yard receivers in season 1. And keep in mind, all these receivers overall, outside of maybe Calvin Ridley, will continue to improve throughout the years. Calvin Ridley, though, bro, 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. Both Pat Freiermuth and Garrett Wilson also put up double-digit touchdowns. Jeff Simmons and Jalen Phillips leading the attack with 15.5 and 11.5 sacks. Look at Draymond Jones, who was just a throw-in player on one of our last trades, ended up with 8.5. I'm still so disappointed in Bradley Chubb, though. Like, what are we paying you this much money for? But here we go, dudes. Moment of truth. Did Will Levis complete the challenge in just 1 year of asking and win NFL MVP? Oh my God, dude, let's go! Brother, how did this actually happen? I am not gonna lie. We actually got bailed from Patrick Mahomes throwing 16 interceptions because, like, normally he has way better numbers than that and he probably would have beat us for MVP. But we gladly take it. And Williams not done yet because this team wants their first Super Bowl in franchise history. I know I do. He had multiple 3 interception games thrown in there, but he also had a 6 touchdown, 522-yard performance against the Lions in a 52-42 victory. And by far, that was his best game of the season. And before we start the Super Bowl run, we do have to check out the team here, up to a 90 overall with a 93 offense and 88 defense. Hopefully, they have what it takes to finish the job here. I'm just gonna advance this bad boy straight into the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl week, we don't have a game. It's the most boring matchup possible. Oh no, dude, this side is too familiar to me. But I can't be that mad when in just 1 year, I took this guy and turned him into an NFL MVP. And hold on a second, dude. Also, at the same time, we turned him into a superstar. I think it's safe to say I saved his career. I think the Titans ownership needs to sign me as head coach ASAP. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching me successfully save Will Levis's career, and if you did, you can click right here to see if we can do the same with Bryce Young. And while you're here, make sure to click that sub button, brother. Trying to pass Mr. Beast tonight. Click subscribe, please.